Hey everyone, it's Rena here with Dr. Neal Barnard and his amazing Buck Reversing Diabetes program. And we are talking about the chapter on how do you maintain this perfect diet, which is going to reverse diabetes and get you back your health in a highly imperfect world. Dr. Neal, what are some great tips and tools that we can all use?
You know, people eat out more than ever before. It used to be that people would eat out at a restaurant once a month because they saved up some money and they would splurge. Nowadays it can be almost every day that people are doing, or we're traveling, we're on the road. Tip one, think international. What I mean is, if you're going to a restaurant that features Italian cuisine, they've got all kinds of dishes that happen to be easily done without animal products at all. You can have the spaghetti with the arrabbiata sauce, marinara sauce, or whatever, the grilled vegetables. Chinese, they've got all kinds of things made from rice and vegetables and tofu. Japanese, yeah, there's fish sushi, but that's not what we're talking about. Why not have the sushi wrapped up with cucumbers and other things and the delectable salads? How about Mexican? They can make you veggie fajitas, bean burritos. So think international. There are so many cuisines that have healthy foods as part of their staples. Now, the next challenge, I'm going fast food. Is there something that I can eat? You got to be a little discerning because there's a lot of bad stuff there too. But more and more fast food chains do have veggie burgers. If you're going to a submarine sandwich place, they are more than happy to leave off the meat and cheese and to pile it high with lettuce and tomatoes and olives and cucumbers and spinach and a little red wine vinegar. You're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
At the Mexican fast food place, skip the meat taco, have the bean burrito, hold the cheese. You're going to be okay. When you are traveling, when you check into a hotel, what you can often find is if you request a refrigerator, you can stop at the store. If you happen to luck out and get a whole kitchenette, no problems whatsoever. If you're traveling internationally, call the airline 48 hours before you fly. Let them know you want a vegan meal. They'll have it for you, and you're going to get served first. So those are just a few tips that will help you get through this unfortunately imperfect world, but you'll be able to master it.
Absolutely. On planes, actually, my mother-in-law is diabetic. We also just order a diabetic meal. So planes these days actually have specific meals just for diabetics, which is great. And to your point, you get served first, which is really nice.
Yep.
I had a really hard time when I kind of switched my diets around. I did it for 15 months. It was a really long time. And my hardest thing, Dr. Neal, was actually television. Like, you're watching something and up pops that cheesy drippy pizza, or, all these restaurants have these amazing looking foods. Any suggestions on how do you handle, so what I did is I would basically either, only watch Netflix where there was no ads. And so I couldn't possibly be tempted. And mine was chocolate. If I saw anything with chocolate, I just literally had to run out and get some. What recommendations?
What you're saying is true. Half the commercials are for burgers that are piled higher, or cheesy things, or candy, or sodas, or whatever. Everybody handles it different. One way of doing it is to mute it and not watch during the commercials. But another way of doing it is keep watching, because what you'll notice is that after the food commercial is done, the other half of the commercials are for medicines, for all the health problems that you're going to have from eating that. And so, you've got diabetes, that means go for it with, this medication, that medication. You're thinking, what kind of insane world is this? It makes those burgers not look so good.
And I love those disclaimers at the end, this medicine for, your depression, may give you depression, may kill you, may cause suicide. I love how half of the disclaimers basically say that the medicine doesn't really work.
Everybody's trying to sell you something. So be aware of that. And it makes those junk foods not look so good. And I got to tell you, my good friend Mary Lou Henner always says, nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. And that's the truth.
Oh, so true. So true.